After the successful completion of the amphibious assault on Santa Isabel, the F-2 Squadron from the Saratoga, along with 2 squadrons of P-38s out of Maleta Island, spent most of September 5 providing air cover for transports returning to Guadalcanal. One cargo ship took damage from the raid, but managed to return mostly intact, and after a second run to Santa Isabel, the Marines of the 1st Division had secured the initiative, outnumbering Imperial forces and driving them across the island. Meanwhile, the search for Japanese naval forces in the Soloman Islands area continued, with Task Force 1 loitering nearby to counter any attempt by the enemy to reinforce Santa Isabel. But as of the morning of the 6th, no attempt had been made. Hello, welcome back to War on the Sea. It is day 31, September 6th, 1942. It's 5:30 in the morning. Search aircraft are up. And let's briefly go over the situation before we get into it. We'll start down here in Australia. We have both Task Force 10. Task Force 44 has made it back. We'll probably load it up with some troops and supplies and bring it out here. Again, I'm kind of waiting. I wanted to wait till Task Force 10. How long is this going to take to get back? 12 hours? I could probably wait for them. And we'll put them all together, load them up with troops and supplies, and bring some of that over to Renal Island, I think is what we're going to do. We have enough here in Milne Bay. We have 7,400 troops, plus more coming. We have a couple thousand here and more supplies. That should be plenty for Milne Bay and the invasion of Buna, which is coming up at some point. I don't really need to. I mean, it would be nice to increase the airfields here, but I don't have to do that. The port here at Renal Island is the most important. And the troops, I need more troops over here, so I might bring some Australian troops over. We'll see. And what else? Let's see, the bullfighters going after this search plane. Don't know if that's a real... Actually, I think that is. I think we did see that submarine once and tried to bomb it. Yeah, that's right. We sent some bombers from Cooktown, and by the time they got over the target, it had disappeared in the ocean, I believe. Task Force 42, again, is close to Milne Bay. We'll be dropping off that cargo soon. We'll have to take a look at that at some point in the game. We have this ship over here. I think we did spot this last episode. I sent up some Havocs to go take a look, and if it's there, to blow it out of the water. This C3 is headed back, so are these tankers. I think I have another tanker here. I do. Just waiting for more cargo to take. And let's see. Task Force 11. I think what I might do is... What do we have here? We have supplies. I think we might bring some supplies up to Santa Isabel. Don't know yet. The Lightnings are over. Task Force 12. Wildcats are on the way. We do expect some action in the morning right away. Task Force 1. I don't know. We're still, you know, I do want to get in a surface engagement. I do want to send them out, but I don't want to send them out hazardously and put them in a situation where they're all of a sudden surrounded by a bunch of land-based bombers. So I don't know if, you know, I don't know what's here. I don't know what's here and what the range is of these aircraft, but I don't want to find out. Unless I have more air support here. So we probably will hang back on sending a surface fleet any farther until we get an air base here. Probably. Here's Task Force 2. Saratoga has 13 Wildcats. Again, she sent up 15 to take care of Task Force 12, and that's pretty much it. For now, the objective of this episode, I think, is to get as much supply and fuel over to Renal Island and see what we can do about Santa Isabel. Maybe get some more supply there, more troops maybe. It's basically logistics, unless something comes up, like a battle. We'll see. So we'll get started, and I'll come back when something interesting happens. Alright, float planes coming in at Maleta, trying to get Task Force 12. The Lightnings have intercepted. The Wildcats are almost there. Let's go ahead and begin this encounter. And yeah, here's the Wildcats. They're pretty much there already. So I'm going to have the... Okay, looks like they found them right away. Oh, these are torpedo bombers. These should be pretty easy to dispatch with the Lightnings. I don't see anything else coming in. Wildcats are have almost arrived. I guess that's it. There were just 2 float planes. So I guess we'll leave. Yeah, it was just true. No, it says they had 3 aircraft. Must have been one in the area that we didn't see. Alright, we'll just continue with what we're doing. Okay, another wave coming in. These look more like fighters. Let's take a look. Wildcats are up high at altitude. I don't see the P-38s, but they're here. They should be here somewhere. There they are. So far, nothing. I'm going to have the Lightnings move back up here. And if I don't see anything soon, we're just going to leave. Alright, a couple of float planes. And do they have bombs? Yeah, they do. I don't know how they slipped through my fighters. Looks like they were after this ship here. Oh, they missed. Oh, wow. Bombs fell right on both sides of the transport. Oh, wow. Well, that was somewhat exciting for the crew of this C3. Okay, and another Task Force 12 encounter. And the Wildcats, I believe, yep, they're still there. Lightnings still have plenty of endurance. The Wildcats, a couple 100 miles of endurance. Let's go ahead and begin. And this time, I will have all these aircraft circle above the task force. Okay, I think they spotted them. Yep, there's a couple. These look like torpedo bombers again. I will look from now on to see if they have bombs or torpedoes. And those look like torpedoes to me. Alright, here they come. Alright, that was pretty quick and easy. We'll just leave. How many did we shoot? I think it was just 2. 2. We still have our 23 aircraft here. Lost nothing so far. And that's 3 waves to come in against Task Force 12. And all have been shot down. Granted, they weren't very large, but then we shot down most of their aircraft the day before, so now they probably don't have much of anything left. You know, I haven't even looked here yet. Santa Isabel, 6,200 soldiers, still 11,000 supplies, doing well. I'm thinking... Well, no, we're going to wait till Task Force 12 comes back. I got my Havocs over here, still looking for that task force over here. Maybe it's not here. I haven't found it yet. So we'll keep looking and carrying on. Alright, Task Force 42 has arrived at Milne Bay with a bunch more troops and supplies. We will unload it all and take a look at Milne Bay with their 10,000 troops, 15,000 supplies. Yeah, let's have the Japanese try and land there. How about that? Would be interesting. Okay, so what do we want to do with 42? We have 1, 2. We have, all right, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 C3s over here. 2 tankers. No, 7 CVs. 2 troop transports. 2 tankers. I guess I need to decide what I want. What I want to. Well, Task Force 42 is not staying here because we're not ready for Buna yet. Although we could be. They have a level 1 airfield. I'm guessing they have a couple thousand troops there, maybe. Maybe a little more. What I'd love to do is land half of those troops at Buna. The question is, are we ready to support Buna? Like, do we have enough air power here to do that? It would be nice to have a carrier over here too, or a surface fleet. I think we might wait a little bit on that until we take Bougainville. Until we take these 3, or at least until we're in the middle of that part of the campaign. Let's have Task Force 42 at least leave the area. We'll have them come down here until I decide what I want to do with them. For now, though, what was okay? They have fuel. They're the only ones that have fuel, right? Tankers. Yes. So what I'll do, and I need fuel. So 44. It doesn't have a destroyer escort. I know there's a Japanese sub down here somewhere. So what I'll do is just come the long way. Where do we want to? Let's load up, and we'll just take engineering and fuel. So engineering, fuel, and then engineering and engineering. There we go. So 1, 2, 360-ish engineering. Why does that only have 20 fuel? Oh, I'm out of fuel here. I thought I had more than that. I guess all the fuel's in Cooktown? Yeah, so let's have 44 go to Cooktown. Load up, get that fuel. They will continue going to Cairns, and I'll probably bring 42 back. I had just launched some Wildcats to finish escorting Task Force 12 home, but then these guys showed up. So let's see what we got here. There's the task force. I need to get the aircraft back over, or I'm going to pause. I'm going to get the aircraft back over to the task force, because we know that's where they're going to appear, right over the task force. Yep, there they are. Let's get these going at full speed and get back to the carrier group as soon as possible. Alright, they didn't seem to... There it is, splash way over there. I thought for sure they would run against my carrier, but they didn't quite go in that direction. They kind of went just straight south. So I was able to chase them down and take care of them both. Not much of a threat. Let's leave. And then we'll have the Wildcats go back to Task Force 12. Okay, it looks like we have ourselves a submarine. Task Force 1 has an encounter. I want to check and make sure they are in line ahead. Let's move this out of the way, get them in line ahead. And then we want destroyers in the front. All right, let's do what we usually do. We'll have the Selfridge. Let's have them slow down to about 13. Selfridge will head in this direction. McDougal will head in this direction and slow down. And everybody else will turn probably to the starboard. Yep. Let's have them hard turn to the starboard. Alright, we can see it right over here already. That was... Yep. So we'll have McDougal turn sharply, full speed, and Selfridge will probably have them turn starboard. So we're going to have them turn and go up this way to dodge the torpedoes and then come back full speed. McDougal wasn't going to make that turn, so I had her turn starboard instead and follow the same path as the Selfridge. There we go. Alright, Selfridge, you slow down, slow way down. Turn on that rudder midship. 11 knots, turn on that radar, sonar. Alright, and I need to have them, let's see. We're going to have them move in this direction instead. Alright, she's off our starboard bow, so we will turn, slow down even more. 10 knots, have the McDougal turn a little bit and continue. I'm trying to get the other ships out of the way of the torpedoes. I think we'll be fine. There they are. Got everything, every ship at full speed. Salt Lake City, you can just stop now. Okay, I believe we dodged all the torpedoes and the large ships are now at 0 speed. Make sure that these are slowing down too. I don't need them to be hitting each other. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, let's concentrate on the sub now. Okay, let's have McDougal speed up a little bit. And then Selfridge slow down, and then we'll turn so we can get right behind her. Alright, I think we are about ready. I'm trying to keep turning with her. But holy crap. She is, look at this. Now she's making me overshoot. And then I'll slow down, and then she'll start turning again. This isn't really the location I wanted to be. I wanted to be right over her, but wow, she dodges really quickly. Alright, I think we got her now. Let's get to the depth charges. We're going to fire pattern of 4. And we'll fire now. Okay, mission complete. The Type B is sunk. And we got our ships parked out over here. They're just waiting for the destroyers to do their work. One run was enough, and the sub is sunk, so let's retreat. Nice work. And carry on. Okay, as you see here, we got 120 command points from ships leaving rest and repair. That's probably from Enterprise. Let's check real quick. I'm pretty sure... Yep, she's not in the Dark Yard anymore, so we have 148 command points. I think we want Enterprise back. Yep. But what else do we want, though? I'm thinking, actually, we need another carrier task force. Yep. Definitely do. So I'm going to get the Enterprise back, and then I want to get to a point... I actually want more than just the Enterprise. I want 3 carrier task force, maybe 4, as many as I can get. I don't know how many carriers can I actually get. How many are available for me in the game? Let's see. All right, I can get Enterprise and Hornet, and then I believe I got the Wasp, Enterprise, Hornet, Saratoga. So I can get 3 more. I can get Hornet, Wasp. No, just Hornet and Wasp. So I can have 4 carriers. Well, I think by the end of the campaign I'll have 4 carrier task force. At least that's what I'll be aiming for. But what I was thinking also, I think I have enough transports. I don't really need another sub. I don't use them very much. And Task Force 1 is fine. I don't need another one of them. So I'm going to start buying carriers, light cruisers, and destroyers. That's what I need. So that's what we're going to get. Okay, this is all I can afford for now. The Enterprise, 1 light carrier, and a destroyer, a Fletcher-class destroyer. And we have 1 command point left. Was there anything? I don't remember if there was anything in particular. I don't think I needed anything in particular. Like I said, I think I have all the transports I need. And I don't really need any more heavy ships. I don't really want them. I want carrier task force. So this is what I'm getting. Let's go ahead and say done. And we will get, let's add, let's see, this is Task Force 31. We'll add 29 to it. Hopefully it adds it to, yep, it added it to the carrier task force, Task Force 31. And we will send that out right now. And we'll get it back up to, well, first let's get it to the Renal Island area, and then we'll take it from there. Actually, I don't like that pattern. I don't know why. I think they have Japanese put subs right about here. So I like to go below that. Like so. Okay. Task Force 44 has arrived at Cooktown, and what did I need here? I needed more fuel, I believe. So let's manage cargo, get some more fuel for... Okay, this one has engineering, this one fuel, this one needs more fuel. There we go. Parts, I'm going to go through this real quick one more time, just to make sure I got everything. Parts, fuel, fuel, parts, parts. Good. Alright. So 44. Where are we going to... We did say Renal Island. Gosh, it's such a long journey, but let's go ahead and do it. How long is this going to take? I mean, these are tankers, so it's going to take probably several weeks. Well, I don't know, 65, 60, 74 hours. 74 hours. So we'll get them going. I need the parts. There we go. And there's a couple of float planes here hovering aboard over Task Force 1. They're not trying to bomb it. I think they're just trying to keep track of it. I brought a couple lightnings over to shoo them away, or to blow them out of the sky. Either one works for me. Alright, let's begin. And there they are right there. Oh, there's more of them. Actually, there's a lot of them. I should have brought more lightnings. What are these? I'm not familiar with that plane. Let me take a look at this. Alright, these are Pete's. I wonder if they're all Pete's. For Pete's sake. Yeah, well, no. Some of them are different. I think some of them are Jake's. Okay. No bombs on this one. That one has a few bombs. And it looks like that one does too. Okay, well, I should have brought more lightnings. Let's see how they do. Okay, both lightnings took care of all of those float planes. That was really nice. And I had all my ships. Well, you can't see them now. They're way the heck over there, but I had them circling in a pattern, which worked for me for a while anyway. It looks like these two are going to get really close. So I got to watch that in the future. Let's retreat. And a little, yeah, these are damage from earlier. Moderate damage, minor damage. I do need to get the Pensacola, I think, back to New Hebrides and change it out for another ship, because it does have some issues with its top speed and a few of its guns. Okay, both lightnings head back to base, and we will continue with our day. Well, it appears the Japanese don't learn their lesson. Possible carrier entering the slot up near the Shortland Islands. I'm going to jump into the Sunderland and take a peek. There they are. Holy crap. That looks like a carrier, all right. Okay. Well, it's just a float plane. Another battleship. Ridiculous. I mean, what else? Two heavy cruisers here. Transport, I'm sure, yep. Battleship. Destroyer. It's the same kind of convoy. Do we want to spare this one, or... I mean, at this point, how many ships do they have that to waste? I don't know. Let's leave. They're right here. I mean, I think I would be remiss, right, to not go after it. We have 28 Wildcats, 25 Dauntlesses, 12 Avengers. It's not really hindering our plans, but we really probably need to take care of at least the battleship and the carrier. Well, I don't even know if I want to bother with that carrier. Maybe the battleship and the 2 heavy cruisers? If I do that, Saratoga, that will be it for Saratoga, and she'll have to go back. Fortunately, Enterprise is here. She's right down here. It's going to take her a while to get up there, but she's ready. I have mixed feelings about this one. I know we could probably destroy the battleship and a few of the other ships there, but I'm actually going to wait. I would love it if this task force came down into the slot so that Task Force 1 can engage them. I do not want to send Task Force 1 up here. That's a bit too close for my tastes. But if they will bring their carrier task force down to, maybe another 100 miles or so southeast, I might oblige them. I'd like for this Sunderland to remain on its patrol. Actually, it's almost done with its patrol. Let's have it stay in this area and keep track of this task force here. I sent my lightnings up to keep track of this task force in the slot, and we still got plenty of time. It's about 5 o'clock. I think we're going to... Let's retreat. They're right here. I was moving the lightnings a little bit closer. And Task Force 1 is moving up, so is Task Force 2. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and launch. I would love to destroy at least the battleship. I don't want to get in a fight. Task Force 1 does not want to get in the fight with that battleship, but I would like to destroy the battleship, the 2 heavy cruisers, with Saratoga's aircraft, and then destroy the rest of it with Task Force 1. If I can make it there, we're trying. So let's go ahead and Saratoga. Let's launch aircraft again. Get all the Dauntlesses up with their AP bombs. Let's do that, and then I have to wait a little bit to launch the rest. And, well, let's see what we can do. Okay, the carrier strike force from Saratoga has arrived, and we have reacquired the Japanese task force. I had lost her briefly, but I sent the Wildcats out to search for her. We found her. The lightnings are still here. We have 74 nautical miles of endurance left with them. Let's jump in the Wildcats and make sure that we can see this task force. There they are, right there. I'm going to pause. Wow, okay, we're ready to go. Oh, there's some Japanese float planes over here coming in. We need the lightnings to go chase them off. Oh, there's some more right here, too. Okay. Well, tail gunners, it's time for action. I wonder if the lightnings saw. It looks like they saw. Alright, that was done. It was pretty quick. We got all 9 of them. I'm going to get this lightning out of here. And we're going to organize all of these aircraft for our attack. And I'll be right back when that's ready to go. Alright, we're about to kick this off. I just want to make sure that each of these Dauntless formations has this heavy cruiser as a target. And it looks like it, so let's tell them to attack. I'm going to tell them to see if they can come in like one at a time. And now you can attack. And then you can attack. And then you can attack. There we go. Spread them out just a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at this one real quick. Just real quick. Critical heavy damage. Excellent. Let's get the next group ready to go. Okay, here's the report. We already sank the first heavy cruiser. The second one took lots of hits. She's critical and got heavy flooding too. I'm really confident. I think we're going to sink her as well. We've lost 3. Oh, we gained 3 command points. We've lost 5. We've lost 5 aircraft at present. I'm pretty sure she's going to sink too. And we have 1 Dauntless in reserve, but let's see what happens here with this one. I think the heavy cruiser got some of its flooding under control, so I don't think it's going to sink. But it's time to go after the battleship, which is number 6 here. And the Avengers are... I'm going to get them in position to do this. I'm not sure exactly. We're probably going to come like this from this side, so we can avoid some of these destroyers. Okay, that's it for the Avengers. The damage report shows that it has heavy damage, heavy flooding. So it's probably not going to sink. Depending on these fires here, maybe. We'll see. We're going to wait here now and see which ones sink. It's basically the heavy cruiser and the battleship. And we have one Dauntless for what's left. So we'll see which one's most heavily damaged. We may not be able to sink either one, but we got some heavy damage on them. Yeah, we're circling like vultures. That's the battleship below us. This is the last Dauntless I have. The battleship has heavy damage, heavy flooding. I'm going to use the Dauntless. We're going to try and sink the battleship. We're going to try and hit it with this lone Dauntless. And then we're going to go in with our lightnings. So let's tell it to go ahead and attack. And see if we can score a hit here. Okay, I think that's about all the damage we're going to be able to do to her. Didn't quite make it. She's still at heavy. I got her up to critical damage, heavy flooding, but I just could not sink her, and we're out of aircraft. I have 2 more lightnings, and I was able to get some damage with the lightnings. It's just not enough. So I think we're going to leave this one now. We did sink one heavy cruiser. We got heavy damage on the other heavy cruiser and this battleship. Alright, final report. Sunk heavy on the battleship, heavy moderate on the other heavy cruiser. Sunk one heavy cruiser, and again the battleship, heavy damage. I don't think they'll be continuing their wherever they were going to. Again, we didn't get a whole lot. We didn't get as much as we wanted, but we got as much as we could get. So we'll retreat. And we'll have everybody head back to the carrier. There is a task force here. I went out and took a look at it, and it's just a destroyer and a destroyer escort. If they want to land some more troops here on San Isabel, be my guest. Not a big deal. It's not going to make a difference. The Lightnings are going to return to base. All of these are going to return to base. The Avengers, and what do we have left? Oh, the Wildcats too, right? Let's take a look and see what we got left. The Saratoga has 18 Wildcats here. I think that's what it is. And then 10 here, so that's 28. Dauntless, we have 19 Dauntlesses, and Avengers, we have 10. You know, maybe that she could stay out in the field for a little bit longer. I'm thinking about it. Okay, I think that's it for this episode. I'm going to leave it here. When we return, we'll be heading into the nighttime. It is 6 p.m. now, so we'll be recovering aircraft. That should happen within the hour. And when the morning comes, we will be out searching again. I do not intend to let this task force get away. Now, they have about 11 hours to travel. They have about 11 hours before we can launch search aircraft. So they could probably make it back up to Rabaul in that time. I don't know, but we are definitely going to be looking for them come morning. So Hopefully we'll be able to find them and then sink that battleship and heavy cruiser. That would be nice. We'll see. Thanks for watching this episode. I will see you again next time.